There is a moment most men waste without ever knowing it. The conversation is alive. Her eyes are on you. Something real is forming between you. And then, silence. Most men panic. They grab for a joke, a compliment, something loud. And just like that, the connection dies. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." That silence is not the enemy of connection. It is the doorway into it, if you know which questions to walk through it with. Here at Stoic Reflection, we don't talk about tricks. We talk about something far more powerful. The presence and wisdom that makes a woman feel genuinely seen. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you will understand something most men spend a lifetime missing. The philosophy. Epictetus said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." Most men approach conversation like a performance. But women who have lived, loved, and lost, they sense performance immediately, and it repels them. What draws a grown woman in is not your best story. It is your capacity to receive hers. These questions are not conversation starters. They are invitations into the parts of her she rarely shows anyone. When you hold that space with calm and patience, she stops seeing you as a stranger and starts feeling you as someone who truly sees her. Question 1. Unlock her hidden desire. What is something you have always wanted to try, but just haven't yet? A woman in her 40s or 50s has spent decades being a mother, caretaker, problem solver. In doing so, she quietly set aside versions of herself she once dreamed of becoming. When you ask this calmly, you are not asking about hobbies. You are asking about the woman beneath the responsibilities. The mind anchors emotions to whoever is present when those emotions are felt. When she imagines the life she still wants, hope, possibility, expansion, and you are sitting across from her, that feeling links to you. Not through manipulation, through presence. Ask slowly, let silence breathe. A grounded man is never afraid of silence. Question 2. Tap into her deepest joy. What was the most meaningful part of your day? Not how was your day. That gets you fine and busy. Dead conversation. When you ask about meaning, you ask her to scan for feeling, not activity. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Women live this more deeply than most men realize. Her answer reveals everything. Morning run, she needs space to feel like herself. A quiet moment alone, peace is her language. Laughter with a friend, she is starved for lightness. You are not analyzing her, you are listening. And deep listening is the rarest form of masculine strength. Question 3. Discover what makes her feel safe. What kind of people do you feel most comfortable around? She is not listing social preferences. She is drawing a map of the man she can fall for. Calm people, she has lived with chaos. Consistent people, she has known abandonment. People who listen, she has spent years feeling unheard. These are the fingerprints of her experience. Zeno built Stoicism on one truth: the only thing we control is our inner response. A man who has mastered that does not need to compete or perform. He simply arrives, steady and unhurried. And she feels that steadiness like solid ground. That is not charm. That is character. Character does not wear off. Question 4. Awaken her secret confidence. What is something about yourself you are proud of, but rarely talk about? Every woman carries a quiet pride she almost never speaks aloud. Not because she lacks confidence, but because the world rarely makes space for it. When you ask this, you hand her a mirror that reflects her depth and her hidden victories. She might tell you about raising children alone. A business built from nothing. Surviving something that should have broken her. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." When she speaks about something she is genuinely proud of, she becomes more of herself in that moment. Her entire energy rises. You triggered that. Not with a compliment. With a question that said, "Your inner world matters to me." Listen to what she is proud of, and you will understand exactly how she needs to be loved. Question 5. Touch her inner peace. What instantly relaxes you? What brings you real peace? This pulls her away from the identity she performs, the capable one, the strong one, and into who she is when no one is watching, her softest self. She might describe early morning walks before the city, the smell of rain, slow Sundays with music, a late evening with a book and a blanket. As she describes these things, her shoulders drop, her breathing slows, her voice softens. She has gone somewhere inside herself, somewhere quiet and real, and you took her there. Epictetus taught that the highest freedom is freedom of the mind. A woman constantly pulled outward by noise and responsibility finds something magnetic about a man who helps her return to herself. You are not distracting her. You are restoring her. Question 6. Pull her toward her future. What is something you look forward to in the future? You are inviting her into the emotional architecture of her becoming, the chapters she hopes to write, the version of herself she hasn't met yet. Women don't fall for who you are in one conversation. They fall for what it feels like to be around you over time. When you show genuine interest in her future, you quietly place yourself inside it, through attention, not words. As she speaks, one quiet question runs in her mind. Is this man someone who fits into that life? You don't answer that with a speech. You answer it with how you listen. Don't interrupt. Don't redirect. Let her vision breathe in the space between you. That is Stoic respect, and one of the most attractive things a man can offer. Question 7. Make her feel truly seen. What is something about you that most people overlook? This is the deepest question. It signals that you are not satisfied with the version of her the world has decided to see. You want the hidden one, the layered one, the real one. She might tell you she is far more sensitive than she appears, that she carries grief quietly, so quietly that people assume she is always fine, that she listens so well to others because she has spent her whole life wishing someone would truly listen to her. When she shares this, she is not giving you information. She is giving you trust. Seneca wrote, "One of the most beautiful qualities of true friendship is to understand and to be understood." Do not fill this moment with your own story. Simply receive it. Let her see that what she shared elevated her in your eyes. That is the most powerful act in real connection, not being impressive. Being safe enough to receive someone's truth. A woman does not open her heart to the man who dazzles her. She opens it to the man who steadies her, who asks better questions, who listens not to respond but to understand, who brings not noise but presence. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "For himself alone, confine yourself to the present. Be here, be still, be genuinely curious about the person in front of you." That is the whole philosophy. Before you go, reflect on this. Which of these 7 questions has someone ever asked you? And how did it feel? That feeling is exactly what you can offer. This is Stoic Reflection. We will see you in the next one.